And I'm Matt Ellison.
Justin, okay.
Okay, and what is your role with?
So I'm senior producer at TT Games, also working on this game.
And yeah, I'm a designer in Lego, based in Denmark. So.
Oh, awesome!
Alright, so I have this question. So what was a challenge in bringing this game to life?
So for this game, obviously we wanted to do something that was different. And having the villains is sort of a different twist on the Lego game, something that we haven't sort of done to this extent. And it's something that makes the whole game feel different to what we've done before. The other thing that's really new with this game is the very first thing that you do in the game is you watch every cutscene, that sort of plays out, and then it goes straight into the character customizer, which is very Lego, and you create a hero, you create a villain, and that villain then goes into the story. You can make that villain look however you want. It's all using proper Lego stuff, Lego elements, and you can change the colours of everything. It's a really, really deep customizer. You can give them different abilities, but importantly, as you play through the story, this character develops, gets new abilities, and more powerful features throughout the whole game. So that is, again, something that's very new for this game, something that's very different. And yeah, it's a very exciting sort of dynamic that is in this game.
So my last question is, what did you enjoy most about making this game? What was the most fun, or you had the greatest time to do it?
I think that the highlight for me is the personality of the characters. So obviously with the villains, they all look very colourful, and there's a lot of variety with them. So then, not just with how they look, but then with how they play as well. So they've all got sort of animations befitting of their characters. There's loads of really cool combos, special moves, and sort of different attacks, and lots of different crazy, wacky, funny things that happen as well. So for me, that's sort of the highlight, sort of playing the game, seeing these characters come to life.
As a Lego designer, what's your role?
So not only do we create the models that we show on the screen, and alongside the TT designers as well, we also approve the characters that we design, or provide decorations and things like that. Characters that have been done before, and just work really closely with the amazing designers at TT. So we help.
Do anything with sets, or just the characters?
Just the characters and the models. So you have vehicles and the props and stuff that are used in the
Yeah, one of the key things is sort of, you mentioned that you work on the Lego set.
No, did you not? No.
Okay, so that Lex Luthor design that Justin worked is in the game. So buy the deluxe edition, you get the minifig that Justin works on making. And yeah, supporting the newest sets in the game is a really cool thing for us to sort of be able to do, and it means that when sort of people see these sort of sets in the shops, they can then see them in the game as well, and actually sort of move them in a different way. There's sort of a symbiotic relationship between sort of the physical sets and how they are in the game.
But also as well, we really want to, if there's a model that's not being made into a set, we want it to be able to be built like in Lego. So a kid can just go into their box and pick up bricks and then recreate the set.
I want to thank you guys for coordinating your outfits with me.
What did you do?
Oh yeah, well, yes, I'm the developer first. So, hey, since we all got the Joker on our shirts, tell us about what the Joker's going to be doing in this game.
So, the Joker's in there right from the start, and as you can imagine, he features very, very much, and he has his own agenda throughout the story. And the other thing is he is always sort of quite closely paired with Harley Quinn as well. They've got a great dynamic between the two of them. There's lots of really funny dialogue and banter that happens between them as you push through the game. But yeah, there's loads of villains. We don't really focus just on one. Joker's sort of part of the massive ensemble cast of villains that we've got in this game.
So,
Alright, last question.
Last question, you.
So you guys
Go,
the Lego games, their formula has been mostly established, but you already talked about the ways they're trying to innovate. But with that, have you kind of been able to, since most of your tools and systems are in place, have you been able to think more high level on all this, or do you still have to spend a lot of time when you're working on like the
I think we want to make every game. We want to always be looking to push and innovate in everything we do. That is that's what goes with that question. We're always trying to push and make sure it looks as good as it can be. You want to have the story that pushes it all, and you want to be able to have these characters feel like you'd expect them to feel. So from that side, we're always pushing as much as we can. And then this stuff with you creating a custom character, and that character then straight after you created it, you go from the customized where you're modifying everything. 10 seconds later, you're seeing that character appear in the cutscene, and that's something we haven't done before. And that's a really, really cool moment right at the start of the game that I think people are going to really enjoy. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, you guys.
Hey, good to see you.
It's been a whole year already, right?
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah, how's that document? By the way, how's that documentary going on? That reality show that you know?
You know what? It's still out there. You know, I know that voice. You mean?
Yeah.
Still out there.
That's how
And
I
I
know
know that he's going to try to put that in. I believe they're going to try to do a YouTube.
I think you're getting a call.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
It's for you, Fred.
Let me talk to him.
Yeah, Fred, do it.
I told you not to call me here.
No, it was a damn predator or whatever the hell. Like,
By the way, that's great. That's
Yeah. But yeah. Like, there's okay. What we were saying again? Sorry, we got.
Oh no! I'm just gonna. I don't know what else we're gonna. What he's gonna plan. John DiMaggio's going to plan on doing with it. I don't know yet. I know that there's been enough interviews to make a YouTube channel.
The reason I was asking about that is because I hit him up going like, dude, I have the whiskey on lockdown. You can have a launch party there.
Okay, have you told him that?
I told him that, but
Okay.
he didn't get back to me because I mean the Magliaris are friends of mine.
Okay.
I go to the Rainbow all the time.
I
I'm
will
pissed
see
off I'm
him
not
today
there.
and tell him. So please.
Yeah, tell him to call me.
Okay.
All right, about the whiskey, but enough about that. You guys ask questions. I'll be a douche right now.
Fred, so you're nothing new to Solomon Grundy, but how is this Solomon Grundy different from other versions of Solomon Grundy you've done lately?
I would say this is definitely the comedic side of Solomon Grundy. Well, you jump in on this too, please.
Yeah, very much so. When we kind of play with these characters, we know that we want to do something that feels different, but it's kind of still very much Solomon Grundy, but through the Lego version, the Lego lens. So we wanted to kind of have a lot of fun with the character, get to do some things that you wouldn't see or wouldn't be able to do in any other kind of medium.
Yeah.
So being able to kind of have the Lego version of Solomon Grundy, we wanted it to be iconic, which is why the voice delivery is so brilliant. But with lines of dialogue that you might not expect. Kind of
Yeah, he's kind of sweet. Cyrus Gold generally, Solomon Grundy has a terrible history, and usually it goes in either way. Usually it's a very dark kind of very, very scary place. And this, I think we went in we had to have some fun.
Well, it's better than the one they're doing in Gotham. Right?
I don't know.
And so speaking of Gotham, or like other versions of Solomon Grundy, where did you get your motivation for this one, or did you just kind of come up with it on your own, as far as this version that you got to voice?
Oh, I work with the writers, and literally, I come in with what I know of Solomon Grundy, and for years I've been doing them, and I know his history. I got a placement in my voice for him. I know where I want him to live, and then I have to decide, or we decide, how dumb is he, how scary is he, how funny, because he could either be hilarious, or it could be like, oh gosh, it's zombie time.
So for my last question, were there any real challenges in voicing Solomon Grundy this way? Anything that came up, or was it just kind of fun from start to finish?
Oh, it was fun from start to finish. There's no challenges. For me, the big thing is just getting what they write, what they want, and push as much comedy as I can and reality to the character. Yeah. Thank you. Those were great questions.
Yeah, you guys are better than
You do them short and sweet.
No.
Do you get to say Solomon
It's
Grundy
not just
born on
me
a
here.
Monday?
who's
I believe
it's different.
yeah, at some
There's
point.
others have to share this week.
Yeah, I know. Well, usually. He learned that at a hobo camp. He did. He learned.
I'm just curious, off record, did you do Solomon Grundy in any other forms? Or is this the first one you ever voiced?
Oh no, I do them a lot. I do them in
so like
shows, in other games.
Okay, like
TV
Arkham,
shows.
like the Arkham games. And
Yes,
stuff like that?
yeah. Where it's a scary. That's a beastly.
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that boss battle. That boss battle was nuts. It was a huge.
I liked it, and we got to do the whole nursery rhyme, which is great, man.
That's cool.
when you're doing multiple characters in a game, do you do one character in one take, or do you have to switch between the characters?
It depends. For this project, I would pretty much do one sweep through as one character just to keep it consistent. Sometimes, if you've been playing a character a long time, and you're doing a show, yeah, we'll go back and forth. Sure. You know, like if we're doing a group read. But on these things, we like to keep them. And the way we record games too is really solitary. So I went through just all of Ares lines, all of Croc,
From the writer side of things as well, when they're writing them, they have this idea that they want the whole script, and we sit there and we look at it and go, I think some of these lines are brilliant, but will they actually run and work when actually recorded? And then that's why we like the idea of reading everything in one session, because then you kind of really know whether the lines are working, you can see how it's playing off all the other lines in the script, and when they're dropping at various points of the game. So trying to get it all done in one go, for us, it actually helps us, because then we can just run away. And then also the animators get to bring the characters to life, and we're like, oh, this is brilliant.
How is that for you? That's like writing in 4 dimensions. I mean, it really is. You got to write so everything.
So you're the voice of Croc too? You're the voice. So you're the voice of Croc too?
Yes.
Can you say I threw a rock at him?
What?
Can you say I threw a rock at him?
Yeah. And we try and get him. We try to. I threw a rock at him.
Well, you know what I'm referencing, right?
What?
And
yes.
Yeah. It's like yeah. I threw a rock at him. Sorry about that.
That's I threw a rock at him.
Is this cheat sheet correct? You are also Perry White?
Yes.
That name
nice
is
guy.
very, very different.
He's a nice guy. He's a really good journalist.
He's not throwing rocks at people.
No, never threw a rock at anyone.
The Daily Planet is a very hazardous place to work.
It is. And he's a good guy. He's a real serious, he's a journalist. I like that.
Well, he's better than the Spider-Man boss.
Well, that guy's a different story.
That guy's a Nazi piece of crap.
They're both caffeinated though.
He even has a mustache.
Yeah, when someone has this many villains to play, you have to give them
some redeeming quality.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't all bad, though, at the start. Well, how the game is, though, is that way, too, because as you kind of play the E3, and yeah, there's just, like, so many different things going on. They're kind of almost the good guys of the bad guys in a weird way. It's kind of how the game goes.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
I love that that's the placement of it. Is that, okay, that's why I say it's evil, fighting evil, you know, but, like, for our own good, for our own bad. That's the slogan. For the Justice Syndicate.
I'm curious, when you start planning out and writing a game, what is the process like when you decide which characters make it in, which ones make it out, which ones come as deal? I mean, that must be an absolute nightmare with such a vast field to choose from.
Oh, it's a chaotic mess. It's great. It's one of the, so at the beginning it's kind of like we have this kind of idea of, okay, we want to tell this story, and it's very kind of light of this is going to happen, and then this event, and then this is how we kind of wait thinking going to end up, and then the writers just kind of start doing idea after idea, and it all kind of piles up. One of the great things about Lego titles is, for the most part, we don't cut characters back. We sit there and go, okay, Adam, this is really cool, we can have really cool lines of dialogue, we can have these characters play off each other, and then we can add more people, and then these guys can run off and do this. And so that's how the kind of the script progresses, and it's actually how the game design changes as well, because we realise actually we want to add these characters because we can have one funny line of dialogue between these two people who you might not have seen play against off each other, and so we can add that to kind of level design and say, okay, right, we're going to add this character in so that we can play out this part of the script that just kind of organically grew. And then having all these characters then just meant that we went, okay, we're going to do this, well, let's get the VO to support it, let's make sure that all of this kind of writing is actually going to come to life how we hope it will. So, like I say, it's one of the great things. It is chaotic though. We end up with this huge list of characters. And you sit there going, you can't cut any of them. It's like choosing between your favourite child. It's like, no, we're going to keep them all. It's just going to be a huge roster. Everyone gets
Right. So yeah, we got a jet because
They have
You guys.
yeah.
We have
Oh yeah.
you guys have
Hi.
Hey, I bumped into you at Kamikaze a couple years ago. Yeah, I was on my way to the green room, but you were in a hurry and I was in a hurry.
Yeah, I met you a few times. It's great to get to finally talk to you.
How are you?
As far as, you're definitely nothing new to this character's view, but as far as, again, this game, how is your character different from other iterations you've played over the years?
Well, the trick for me with Batman is keeping him consistent, and what makes this unique and funny is that the world he's in is cockeyed, but the Batman character is consistent because the audience
The Batman audience is the most passionate of all the audiences. They know him so well. So you can't mess around with that, you know what I mean? You've got to be really true to him. But then you put him in a ridiculous situation and see how he reacts to it. And that's funny. And I mean, the reactions are funny. But the essence of the man is the same.
Now, I'm curious, as far as, because I believe the Justice Institute, do you also voice Owlman, or do you just voice Batman? Just out of curiosity, are you even able to answer that?
He's just Batman.
Okay. Yeah, dude, Owlman's, what's his name? The guy from
Taking up valuable time. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, we'll move on. So
James Woods.
My only other real question for you is, what did you enjoy most when you play this character in a video game? Because again, it's not your first time doing this. What was your
in video games?
Yeah, or is this?
Well, I've done a few Arkham games.
Yeah. This particular one, what did you enjoy most about getting to do it?
What was most fun about this game is the different take on the villains. There were so many villains, and there were so many different levels of villains that there's so much to react to. There's so many different ones to react to. So it gave me a lot to play off of.
And the ones that aren't necessarily in the Gotham Batman universe.
Yeah, they're totally new.
That he gets to interact with, and you see that, and it's not the normal thing you see.
It's a very different universe for Batman to be functioning. I love the traditional villains that I worked with on Batman the Animated Series, say, or Justice League. But it's fun to shake things up and get these crazy new ones, which this game is.
Loved you in Yoga Hosers, by the way. That was awesome.
That was funny.
Yeah. Guys, say something. I'm slow right now.
What do you think about this recent Batman almost getting married and spoiled by New York Times thing in the comics? Did you follow any of that or have any reaction?
Did you follow?
Get fired if I don't follow that stuff.
Okay. I didn't follow it. I heard a little bit about it.
Is it true that you and Tim Daly used to be roommates?
Tim Daly?
You know, Superman in the animated series?
No, Robin Williams and I.
Oh, never mind.
When we were at Juilliard, we lived together for 2 years.
Oh.
And Christopher Reeve, the other Superman, was a Juilliard at the same time I was.
Ah.
So we all knew each other in New York.
Ah.
But no, I didn't. Tim is a great guy.
Well, I love that. I love that the Daily Show thing you did with the Batman v Superman.
Wasn't that great?
Oh, that was awesome.
Well,
he's a great guy.
Robin always really wanted to play Joker. He never got a chance, but he really wanted to.
He would have been.
I thought it was Riddler.
He was close too. He almost got Joker.
I thought it was Riddler. Like
I heard it was Joker. He almost got it, but they used him as partnership chip for Nicholson, and he wasn't happy about it.
He would have been great as a Joker.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Batman line, that you've said over the years?
I am vengeance.
In fact, earlier, yesterday, someone was like, "Who's the best Batman?" I said, "You."
Thank you.
Yeah. Like they're asking, like, "Who's
Bruce Wayne and Batman?"
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do both. I mean, you set the standard. You know what I mean? Like someone like, "Who's best, Keaton?" Whatever. No, you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I don't disagree at all.
You are the best Batman, Kevin.
You get a pay raise now.
I think you might have a future,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep that going.
Kevin got he's auditioning for 25 years.
What was that action movie that action series you were in?
Tour of Duty.
Is that what it was called?
It was a Vietnam show.
It was a sci-fi series.
Dynasty?
Oh, the sci-fi.
Yeah. I try to remember it. I'm a little slow right now. I apologize. Okay, that was awesome. It was like, oh my God, it's Batman, but like live action, but actually Batman,
With Eric McCormack.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, what was it called? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Island City.
That was awesome.
Boy, that was short-lived. Boy, you're aware.
I remember.
Is playing Batman in an all-ages project like this, do you find that you go to any kind of a different place than you would in something like the Killing Joke animated film? Do you find like...
The character's consistent,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
But in a situation like this, you're right. You draw more on a sort of a comedic sense, because there's just a sort of a comedic take on him, but without making fun of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You have to be true to the character, you have to be true to him, but it's with just a little bit of a twist.
Does that make it more of a challenge in some ways than it does playing Batman and BTAS? Because, is there a finer line you have to walk?
Yes. Yes, because it's easy to walk over that line. We were just talking about that earlier. You can cross that line, and then it becomes parody, and you can't do that. So, comedy is a funny line to it, especially when you're doing a very dark, serious character. I love it. I love the challenge. But you're right, it's different.
And it must be especially challenging in a video game because, the video game recording, I've heard it's a very grueling session.
It's very isolated, it's very disjointed. You don't get the feed from the other actors. It's not like doing a radio play where Mark is feeding me constantly. You know what I mean? It's so easy to work with Mark because he's so generous. And we're like kids in a sandbox together. We have so much fun. But when you're doing a game, because of the way they're built, you have to have completely clean takes of everything. So everyone's isolated.
How do you maintain that sort of humor?
It's so hard. And that's why I think it's better to use actors who are from the show, who are so familiar with the characters, because they know the characters so well.
They don't have to find the voice, they know the voice.
They know it. And they'll keep it alive without having the other actor feeding it. You know what I mean? Like The Killing Joke, the movie. It was the first time Mark and I did not work together. A lot of people don't know that. He was in England doing Star Wars.
Obviously.
So we couldn't record together. Completely separate. But you would never know from listening to that movie. Because I knew what he was going to do. He knew what I was going to do.
And you probably know the comic by heart anyway.
Well, we just know each other so well at this point.
All right, we got to be cut off.
On-camera interviews with Ames.
Okay, everybody.
Scabby balls.
Alright, so whenever you guys are ready. I was just curious, so now I have to ask first, is this your first time playing Silver Banshee, or have you played her in the past?
I played her in Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think I actually met you there. I just forgot there were so many people there, but yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, so between those two, how did your portrayal of her in this differ from that?
So the way I look at it is that her character stays the same and the environment shifts. So if it's a more energetic, playful environment, maybe there's more humor happening around her, maybe there's more color, more adventure. She's still the same person, just shifting with the environment. She's still going to have all of the dark history. She's still, to me, at least what I bring to her, she still has her disappointment, at the very least, that the clan rejected her and that they banished her. She still, to me, came from the netherworld. So those things stay, but the adventure just shows a different slice of who she is.
And was this your first time voicing her in a video game?
Yes.
So I guess I'll just ask, how was that recording session different from doing it for the movie?
So for the movie, I had read the entire script, and I know that sounds like a really simplistic answer, but actually having the beginning, middle, and end of a story, and having a sense of where this character goes, and where she's come from, and how they want, how somebody wants to be able to see her develop, that becomes novel when you're doing a game. Because when you're doing a game, you're given a list of lines and a little bit of context.
You don't know where they're going to fit.
And then you say, Arthur, what does it mean? Why is she screaming here? Oh, well, here's why. Got it.
Yeah, you're being dangled over the edge.
Dangled over the edge? Got it. Okay, but what's the edge? Doesn't matter. Keep going. So the process is, I look at it, two different words come to mind. One is imagination. I have to be able to imagine a world that I know very little about, and trust. So I have to trust that Arthur is going to give me whatever he needs with regard to context, so that I can kind of give what the game wants, and that the voice director is pulling from me, what he's seeing, and knows my voice well enough to kind of contextualize that as well. So it's really imagination and trust. And the same thing is true for a movie, but I get to do a little bit more research for the movie.
Yeah, you would never have been able to read the whole script of the game, I don't think.
No,
it's a ludicrous amount of lines.
It's crazy. I mean, that is a wild thing about voicing video games. And for you, I don't know how you have this incredibly non-linear project, and yet the story is really full for you. I know, I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah. Luckily, I've got a good team of writers, so without them, no idea how we should do it. But yeah, the writing is great. But they also do, like you said, where you get to play, that's where they get to play. So all the sidelines, the incidental lines, so like when Civil Banshee comes into the game, when you bring the character in and someone selects to play that character, and when that character dies, then no one dies in Lego, they just break apart. But all of those lines are all super funny, and that's where they get to play. Too many lines to read.
So was your preparation all kind of character-based, or did you...
Yeah, I just screamed 3 days straight. I just sit there, I just scream. The neighbors come running, the police know my name, it's fine.
Did you, any Lego games, or kind of get a Lego game vibe?
Well, I had voiced some characters in Lego Dimensions, so I knew the vibe, and also, you gotta know the vibe of Lego games, because they're so
around like this.
Yes, I do. I walk around like that all the time. My doctor had to actually. So, yeah, I think the vibe, one of the things I do, I'm kind of a research freak anyway. I don't have time to play every game in the world, but I watch cutscenes of pretty much every single project, or at least every developer's like MO, so I understand. Pardon?
The cutscenes are the shit.
I love cutscenes. I love to be able to see, what's the style, what's the vibe, what's the art, right? How are these people connecting with each other? How does the adventure unfold? So I try to familiarize myself. I was familiar anyway because it's Lego. It's not from, it's Lego. It's great. Plus I have a kid, so, there's Lego all over my house right now. All of them, all over the house. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Lego foot is the worst thing in the world. That is hyperbole.
That's got to be like the next Lego video game. You got to navigate through the Legos there. Yeah, you get an achievement.
I don't want to play it.
If you fail, you scream like Silver Banshee.
You end up voicing a character in it. That's what happened. And you'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna be a character in this." Like, I don't like Legos.
No, I love them. I love them, and they're wonderful. And I love. I think that's why the idea of the Lego games appeals to me, and I'm sure this has been written, so this isn't going to be a novel thought. But Legos are all about creating your own world anyway. And so to have this sort of, it's very meta, to have a Lego game where you not only get to enjoy and explore a world, but you get to create your own villain, which is what you would be doing at home. Right?
What's your kid think about you being a Lego character?
What does my kid think?
Yeah, that's a good question to ask,
He's
right?
a little excited.
A little? A little? Only a little?
Super excited. He gets to tell his friends, "Mom, this."
How old is he?
He's 8.
Okay, so more street cred than Bell. He's past the Bell
He's
phase.
almost able to build all the Legos yet. It goes up to 10 where you can
He's
open
pretty good. He's pretty good, but we'll be playing on the Switch.
Have you become a DC fan, doing these games, and if so, are there any favorite comics or TV shows or movies that,
Oh my gosh, I mean, one of my first projects that I ever voiced, an animated series, was DC Warner Brothers. It was a spin-off of Batman Beyond called the Zeta Project.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that one.
So that was my very first regular gig.
What character?
Can you talk about your character?
I played Ro. I played Ro Rowan. And Dietrich Bader was Zeta, and we went on the lam together, and it was an adventure, and it was phenomenal. And Andrea Romano directed us. It was this ridiculously idyllic experience for a first, like, this is a series. Oh, this is what this is? Oh yeah, I'm never leaving part 2. Ever. But so for me, just doing any DC project, I always feel like I'm coming home. I said that on a panel for Suicide Squad, and I got all teary-eyed. I'm such a mushball. But I really do feel that way, and I am a big fan of Wonder Woman. I have a great volume of like the super earliest comics.
The Golden Age stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I may not look like it, but I'm a nerd too.
I love Wonder Woman, and I love the movie. A friend and I actually got together 100 women, and and a few men too, and actually all went on the night of the opening of the Wonder Woman movie.
That's awesome.
And all saw it together. So I am a big fan of DC.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or I will scratch your eyeballs out.